I'm excited that Logan Paul got eliminated by Seth freaking Rollins, and I think he's gonna have a masked man faction, because we did see those two wrestlers. I think they were from the Black and Brave
They
Academy,
are, yeah.
which
The
is
one,
his
at least
Seth
the one
Rollins
for
school.
Friday Night SmackDown, they have confirmed definitely was. I don't know about
Yeah,
the guy before him on Saturday night was.
I think they're gonna have Seth's own version of the Vision, but it's because his whole thing was promoting people for the future, and his students are for the future. So I can see him creating his own faction with up and coming prospects, being like a evolution kind of, where he's like the Ric Flair, except way younger.
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely agree with that in that sense. And just talking about it from Seth Rollins, I'm going to talk about it from the Seth Rollins Logan Paul angle. It just sucks because Logan Paul, it didn't hit as well as it would have been if it was Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed. Not even with the reveal, but in the match itself, you could tell the spots that Logan Paul had were meant for Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed
Yeah,
to dominate. And I just think it doesn't. It also sucks because now we weren't able to see as much. I was so excited for Trick Williams and Javon Evans, and we didn't get anything close to what I was hoping for. It's a perfect comparison. What Trick Williams and Javon Evans got to what Raquel Rodriguez and Kiana James got. It was night and day. So that's where I think it frustrates me. Obviously,
did
it's
Cody Rhodes start out with Javon Evans?
yes, he did.
I think it should have been Trick Williams and Javon Evans start.
I think that would have worked as well. Or even because I think we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it towards the end with the Cody Randy stuff and Drew McIntyre. But I just think it would have hit a lot more and would give these guys a lot more time to work with each other. And I think it would just hit more because those two guys are the future. The Trick Williams was originally the only heel before they had to add Logan Paul, and he was over with the fans. They had him come out first for a reason to get that original pop, and he's just so over. So it would have been interesting to see him and Javon because the history they have back in NXT, they
Yeah,
had
definitely.
actually have some time together to fight it out before the veteran guys come in. And it just sucks because Logan Paul, I think, is a great performer. He had some great spots and stuff like that, but it doesn't hit as well. And then another thing, let me ask you about this. Where does Austin Theory fit into all of this? Because he didn't come and help Logan Paul out. The cage was open for at least 5 to 10 minutes for Seth Rollins to come around and sneak in. Do you think he's just a complete idiot, or do you think we'll see it tonight or in the coming weeks that he's actually aligned with Rollins?
I think we'll see that he was aligned with Rollins because everyone's been chanting for him to be face, and I agree with it. He doesn't work well as a heel, and he's maybe he's like a double agent. I can see him and Grayson Waller working with Seth maybe as double agents when even though Grayson was never in the Vision. You get what I'm saying? Maybe A-Town down and Seth aligned for some reason because Grayson Waller's a good heel, but it's good to get someone he has chemistry with Austin Theory and a main event star, Seth Rollins, even if it is in the opposite role he's used to working with.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think for Austin Theory's sense, I hope that they do this because he's this close from just being buried completely and probably getting released from the company. I think the only reasonable sense to put him it's only makes sense for them to put him with Seth Rollins. It just sucks though because the injuries suck. I wish at least we had Braun Breaker in this sense because Braun
Yeah,
Breaker or even Bronson Reed. I was fine with Bronson. I would have been fine with Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins because now if they do
we already
that,
did do that at Crown Jewel.
yeah, but I think there would have been more added onto it because Bronson Reed was originally there with Braun Breaker when they did the turn on Seth Rollins, so
Yeah,
it would have made more sense. But now, especially if they take Austin Theory away, that's another person from this vision, and it's just Logan Paul and Paul Heyman in that sense, which I don't know.
which is a match made in hell.
Yeah, and
You'd never expect them to work together.
no, and it just at that point it's like it's not even the vision anymore. It's just another Paul Heyman guy, and it's like, but the rumor has it that, or it's not even a rumor. It's like Braun Breaker is not human, so they said they wouldn't be surprised if he comes back earlier from his hernia surgery to possibly face Seth Rollins, which I think in this case is best case scenario because it's like I don't mind Logan Paul for Seth Rollins, but I've already seen it, and it's like
Yeah,
the match will be good, but I just don't think it will hit as
it won't
much.
have as much depth to it.
Exactly. So, and it would make, and especially say if all of the division was healthy and it was Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins cost him, and then the following night, like tonight, So Rollins comes out there in theory, pulls a Rollins and hits Breaker or Bronson Reed with the chair or just in the back of the head, then that would
There's
have been
always a plan B.
exactly. It would have hit a lot better. So, and especially if Seth Rollins would have came out with one of his like black and gold wrestling students, and then Austin Theory was the third guy, so that it would have been a 3-on-3 basically in a sense. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to see a 3-on-3 match, but like basically like Braun Breaker has two guys on his side, and then Seth Rollins has two guys on his side. But that's besides the point. But I'm happy to see Seth Rollins back. Hopefully he makes an appearance tonight because I know Adam Pearce is addressing the situation. I don't know if Seth Rollins will necessarily be here.